Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is the weekly reading for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is for the week of the 6th through the 12th, November 2017. This is a general reading, so I want to remind you that not everything will resonate with everyone. Make sure you check out your moon and your rising signs for better clarity for this week. If you're not sure of your moon and rising sign, I do have a link to a calculator in the description area below. I'll also have the timestamps in the description area below for your convenience. All right, we're going to start with Cancer. Cancer, you have the Four of Swords and the Oracle card, Never Ending Story. The Four of Swords talks about a week of possible taking a step back, taking a step down, resting, rejuvenating, kind of pulling your energy back and away from any activity that can be chaotic or stressful. I get this feeling because of the never ending story. I feel like you probably have the tendency to be a workaholic, possibly a perfectionist, or someone who just needs things to be done in a certain set way. You probably look at your situation, whether this is in love, business, career, friendship, or so forth. You probably have a tendency to make plans and to make goals, and you need to take each step the way you have it planned in your mind for you to feel as if you're succeeding or reaching a level of success. Even if you are still on your path, and even if you are going to reach success, you probably even found yourself in success with rewards, recognition, etc. But that tendency to be a perfectionist makes you feel as if there is failure, or makes you feel as if you're not doing your best or striving for the best or putting your best out there, which is false. That's a false misconception. That is just a part of our insecurity, that we feel like we're not as good as we are. The proof is in those who surround you. The proof is in those that support you, your community, your friends, your coworkers, your loving relationships, and the people that stand behind you and show you that you are achieving, that you are doing, that you are the best you can be, and they appreciate that. But Four Swords and the Never Ending Story together, as they support each other, this talks about a week of maybe not pushing yourself so hard, not trying to achieve goals that may be out of reach, because you may be very ambitious, and most of the time this works for you. This week, however, it's time just to slow things down, take a step back, rest, let your mind do the work. Let your mind look at each step and plan out the days and weeks ahead. Let your mind do that while your body and your activity actually takes a break. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Never Ending Story talks about possibly you going through this set of circumstances over and over, possibly something throughout your life, throughout your past. Maybe this is part of your personality where you're such a perfectionist, and nothing wrong with that, because I understand that on a personal level. It's just that don't push yourself too hard where you're on the brink of burnout or overwhelming yourself or stressing yourself. That's all this week is reminding you of. Just to make sure you as a person, your physical body, your health is placed before your work and your goals and your ambition, because you have the next week to keep going forward. You have the following week. Like, this is just 1 week of recuperation. Also, when I see the Four Swords, I get a feeling that sometimes you may have downtime because of your health. Maybe you caught a cold or the flu, and this is a period of recuperation for you that is out of your control. Either way, if it's in your control or not, it's a good time to just rest, relax before you move on to the next week, because the following week can be more energetic for you, and you will need that energy to proceed that next week. Okay, moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Strength card and the Oracle card, Unfinished Symphony. Now, with the Strength card, I always feel a sense of leadership. Whenever I pull this card, It's that confidence, that inner confidence that shines outward, that courage, that strength, physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength that may encompass you this week. It may encompass you so much that you feel the need to start new things or get into new projects or move forward with certain projects. However, Unfinished Symphony reminds you to make sure that you don't have any unfinished business that you're leaving behind, because in order for you to start something new and to go forth and create and get to your goals, you have to make sure that you don't have a lot of little things left on the back burner. Those things need completion before you move on. And if those things are no longer serving you, it is a good time to put an end to that, put that to rest, and get it off of your to-do list so you can move forward with confidence and vigor and go on towards what you are trying to build. So, very good week for being a leader, for doing something new, for starting something fresh, for getting yourself out there, for making yourself known, your talents, whatever you have to offer, like put it out there for others to see. You'll definitely feel confident, and that confidence can bring you a lot of success and recognition. However, make sure before you step forth into new territory or open yourself up to new possibilities, that everything that you've been working on has come to completion, that it's all wrapped up, tied up nice in a neat bow. Pretty good cards for you this week. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, you have the King of Swords and the Oracle card Blessed. The King of Swords could talk about several things. First, it could talk about an air sign. Air signs are Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This person can be significant or influenced this week for you. It also speaks of the need to scrutinize a situation or use your intellect in a situation. This is with communication, with words and communication. And with the Blessed card supporting this week, this looks like it's a successful time for this. So if you are analyzing a situation, or if your job requires you to kind of dig deep, investigate, or analyze something, perfect time for that. If you're in a relationship and you're analyzing the situation in order to figure out if this is something you want to move forward with, or what steps to take in a project, or with a relationship, if you're figuring out what group you want to associate with or what person you want to become partner with, whatever this situation is for you this week, the best thing for you to do is take a step back and to scrutinize, to look at it, look at the fine print, especially in contracts, and to analyze the situation before you make moves. You have this sixth sense or this intuitive knowledge that will help you determine what moves are the best to make when it comes to this. So use your intellect, and also use that intuition, that gut feeling, that sixth sense of yours to kind of get an idea of where to go, what to do, who to meet, who to leave behind, and so on and so forth. Perfect time for words, communications. If you're a public speaker, if you do lectures, if you present, this is a perfect time for you because you have the Blessed card supporting you, meaning you'll possibly meet your goals and things will be positive for you in that regard. If you work with words or communications, as in a writer or a blogger, or anything to do with actual communication, like counselor, therapist, that sort of thing, it's a perfect week for you. It's a perfect week to utilize those skills, definitely. So do what you do best. Use that intellect, Pisces. Use that intuition. And also make sure you scrutinize situations and analyze. When you do that, you'll be able to see what situations are best for you. So, good cards for you, good reading. I want to thank you for liking, for commenting, for sharing, and especially for subscribing. I can't say it enough. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support and for allowing me to do what it is I feel I was called to do. You make this special for me. I hope I make it special for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. I will have more of these videos in the future. When you subscribe, you'll be notified, and you will see me soon.